The signs of climate change are all around us, and they're becoming impossible to ignore. Look at the wildfires raging across our forests, the hurricanes battering our coastlines, and the droughts parching our farmlands. These aren't just weather anomalies. They're urgent warnings from our planet. Scientists have been sounding the alarm for decades, and yet here we are, still debating the reality of climate change. The data is clear. Global temperatures are rising, ice caps are melting, and species are disappearing at an alarming rate. If we don't act now, we risk losing not just our environment, but our very way of life. Imagine a future where our cities are submerged, where food and water become scarce, and where millions are displaced from their homes. This isn't a dystopian movie plot. It's a scenario that could unfold within our lifetimes. The longer we wait, the more severe the consequences will be. We're talking about increased natural disasters, health crises, and economic instability. The time for complacency is over. We need to confront the reality that our inaction today will lead to irreversible damage tomorrow. But it's not too late. There are solutions within our reach. Transitioning to renewable energy sources like solar and wind can drastically reduce our carbon footprint. We can advocate for policies that hold corporations accountable for their emissions and push for sustainable practices in our communities. Every small action counts, whether it's reducing waste, supporting local businesses, or simply educating ourselves and others about the climate crisis. We have the power to demand change from our leaders and to hold them accountable for their promises. Corporate and political inaction has fueled this crisis for far too long. It's time for us to rise up and make our voices heard. We need to demand transparency from companies about their environmental impact and push for legislation that prioritizes our planet over profit. This is not just an environmental issue. It's a social justice issue. The communities most affected by climate change are often the ones least responsible for it. We must stand in solidarity with those on the front lines of this crisis. Join the movement for change. Educate yourself, engage with your community, and advocate for policies that protect our planet. Together, we can create a future where our environment thrives, where our children can inherit a world that is not only livable, but flourishing. The time for action is now. Let's not wait for someone else to take the lead. We are the change we've been waiting for.